Madam might look like she in a corner, but she is never out of options. And if you just wanted to be a hoe, why you ain't just say that? And Babyface, get ready to practice not dropping the soap. What's good, y'all? It's your sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another All the Queensmen video. And in this video, we are talking about season 2, episode number 15. What's good, y'all? It's your sis Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another All the Queensmen video. And in this video, we are talking about season 2, episode number 16. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notification so you don't miss out on my episode breakdowns each week when they drop new episodes of All the Queensmen, as well as my character conversations. Give this video a like, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, because this episode picks up again where we left off. That's how we do. And Madam and Blue are trying to figure out what they're going to do with this little white boy. He has infiltrated, become a dancer. We thought that he was just going to be a little gimmick, given very much so token, but it was a little extra spice, a little razzle dazzle up in the club. Gave a little different flavor and feel while he pop locking, dropping it the way he is with his little scrawny white behind. But come to find out, he's actually an FBI agent, and that we figured out last episode when El Fuego broke into his little recorder and got Madam access to be able to hear it play out. And in this episode, they concoct a plan to be able to get him caught up, to try to discredit anything that he would possibly say by getting some very incriminating photos with him being inappropriate with one of the patrons. He tries to go by the book, but the patron, is on Madam's payroll, drugs him, and then takes the pictures that they need, and then also make sure to rob him. So by the end of the night, when he's going supposedly to go tip out, he actually don't have no money. Madam's like, yo, you gonna come back, bring me $5,000 or don't bring your ass back here. And that's it, that's all. So now he's out. I just, while I want to believe that this is like some really great government agency that knows their job and has been policing since policing was policing in inception, their department is sloppy. The way they move is sloppy. This lead detective, this black woman, is raggedy. She just got this hard on for Madam and everybody else, and it definitely feels like she has a personal issue with her. This is not just trying to do the damn job. And then all of this to me just feels very sloppy in how they're handling it. I don't know if it's supposed to feel sloppy or if it's just the way it was written and then portrayed, but it doesn't give organization or entity that you should really fear. Sir, you are sitting in the dressing room for the amateurs listening to the playback of the illegal bug that you put on the people and in the damn club. Why would you do that here? If you're supposed to be in character, why the hell are you hunched over listening to this? So much so that Trouble now is like, what are you listening to? Because it looks conspicuous. You go up here with the damn client, you're supposed to be dancing, and she mentions that she knows that people be doing some extra stuff. You like, well, tell me more. Sounding very detective-like, sir. You are asking to get your goofy ass caught. And while I will never, ever co-sign or agree with date rape drugs, that is not okay. Also, what the hell did you expect, sir? It's blaring and jumping right off of your ass, and we didn't see it before because they put these little beats in there, but the way that he's fumbling and bumbling about and portraying himself just like a goddamn cop, it's like they should have never sent you in here as the undercover, because this was never going to work. He literally tell me more. I'll body roll a little bit, but just tell me everything that you know about this place. Who says that? And who the hell cares in the situation that y'all are in? Y'all need to go back to the drawing board, police, and figure out some better people who can come in and actually be a little bit more inconspicuous and maybe have a little bit better luck or experience with blurring the damn lines, because y'all were never going to get that far. Which is also probably why she's running up on the little lead detective is running up on El Fuego outside when he goes out to take his little breather randomly, because she's just magically there. It's giving stalker, honey. It's giving very much so I don't have a man at home. It's giving very much so I have nothing else better to do. And this is also why I believe that she has some kind of personal tie or some personal vendetta. Maybe something that Madam or Madam's daddy did affected her family, and now she's hell bent on bringing Madam down and putting the cuffs on her. So that's her whole thing. Because girl, why in the hell are you back here? Why are you just walking laps around eating? Make it make sense. And El Fuego, yes, y'all, he do look softer than a wet paper towel at some points, but he also gives me very loyal. And when Madam rejected his proposal to actually quit and all that, he took that. He still got his goofy ass on stage. They did their little bad boy NSYNC routine, and I'm just like, y'all, women be going to this. this is what the male strippers do, and y'all be like tipping them down like that. You know what? It's not for me to judge what y'all like. If y'all like it, I love it, but I really don't like this. I'm looking at it and I cannot stop laughing, y'all. Even though I do feel like El Fuego is one of the best dancers in the performance out of all of them. I actually can tolerate looking at him, but the rest of them, my God. Anyway, El Fuego is like struggling in this episode, but he's also still seems very solid. But Madam is not convinced, so she decides to put an insurance policy in place, which plays out towards the end of the episode, where people break in. They put his ex in the bed. They had already killed her, but then they break in once he gets in, and then make him shoot her to make him feel like, oh, he shot and killed her. And it's just like, Madam, I knew you said that you wanted an expensive insurance policy, but goddamn, like, why you had to get the insurance policy with a side of damn PTSD and trauma? Like, El Fuego is never going to be the same. This is what you decide to do, girl? Like, there had to be another way. But then also, why do you need El Fuego to be dirty? Like, he doesn't really know anything. He can't tell old girl nothing. Maybe you were concerned that he would flip and wear a wire or whatever, but he wasn't really giving me that. Like, I feel like this was like kind of in line with the thing that she did with Amp. It's just a little bit too far too soon. Like, I get having extenuating measures and needed to do certain things when you really feel like you put up with like your back against the wall, but we weren't there yet with El Fuego. The same way that you didn't have enough evidence about Amp before you decided to try to kill him in the basement, which also put us in this hellhole that we're at with his character right now. My heart really went out to El Fuego in this episode, and now more than ever I will want to get away from this life, these people, all of this. But I'm sure that Madam is banking on him needing somebody to help clean up the body so he don't go to jail for it, and then bring him in a little bit more in that regard. However, the grief alone is going to make him even more unpredictable. So Madam might have just bought a check that her ass can't cash, but we gonna see. Also in this episode, as I mentioned, Amp running amok. We have like literally in the pits of Amp's storyline hell. For whatever reason, he is like prioritizing hoeing. He's running around the club banging girls. Like, I feel like he picked this girl with this highlighter hair because she's the most distinct and you could see her through the crowd, and he knows that Dime is watching him as he's moving through the crowd. He decides to sleep with her in the back room, in the locker room, and he's also drinking, which he didn't used to drink before. And it's like, sir, it's one thing to be mad at Dime, to still be mad at Madam, which you're not mad at Madam anymore, to be mad at her goons, to be mad at that your life was almost taken, but now all of a sudden you're gonna be a drunk ass hoe and results of it. It's one thing to not speak to Dime and to hold a grudge against her. It's another to try to throw your whole damn life away, and now all of your damn morals and decorum with it. That means that this is who the hell you are. You're not doing this to get back at Dime. You're doing this because this is who the hell you are, cruddy ass Negro. And you know what? This ain't cute at all. It's dusty at best, and you're gonna come back with something that you can't get rid of, and don't be crying about it, because I don't have no damn sympathy for your goofy ass. Yes, I said what I said. Like, watching Amp spiral in this way, I cannot muster up no type of sympathy. The way that he be looking at Dime, the way that he be talking to Dime, and the way that he be talking about these women that he is running through. Like, by the end of the episode, or towards the end of the episode, he literally gets some random girl to sleep with next to Dime's car, knowing that she's gonna get walked out here by midnight after all tip out and everything, and he's banging this girl as soon as she gets to her car, just so that she can see. For why? It's giving goof troop, nigga, and it's giving like whack, like not even cool goof troop, like not even the actual Disney characters, like the off-brand great value versions. Like, I'm really trying hard not to super disrespect Amp and call him the raggedy ass Negro that I think that he is, but you know what, let's call a thing. It's trifling, it's disgusting, and I would have never guessed that I would start to look and feel the least amount of respect for Amp out of all of these raggedy Negroes. It's wild. Like, at this point, he's racing with Face to the bottom and pits of hell, and the complete and utter disrespect that I have for people. It's like him, Face, Gary, and Hayden at this point. I'll light all them niggas on fire, and also make sure while the fire is burning to pour lighter fluid. Okay, Erica, that's a bit much, but I'm just like so disgusted with Amp, like really disgusted. And I want to try to find some empathy of like, Is this some type of backward ass PTSD? Is this like, what is actually going on with you, sir? But I can't, because he's also not giving no inklings of like, this is actually something wrong. As Midnight mentioned, like, he could actually just be showing us who he actually is now versus before it was an act. And the thing about it is, like, then be that. If you're a cruddy Negro, be that. Stand 10 toes down in it. Like Tommy, one of the things I respect the most about him is he's a killer. He don't give a damn about too much except for Madam. And he gonna be irrational most of the times. But he's not ever trying to pretend or hide that he's that. He's gonna be who he's gonna be. He's not apologizing for it. And you literally ran around like this raggedy ass church boy, put yourself on a pedestal, or is still on that damn pedestal. Meanwhile, you live in cruddy boy life. Pick a struggle and stick with it and stand 10 toes down in whoever the hell you are. Because at this point, we don't even know. And Dom, let that man go, because your ass dodged a bullet. You don't want to fuck on that boy, because everybody in the whole world is fucking on that boy. You good. Your box will be just fine, honey. Now, aside from that, y'all, that's pretty much everything that went down in this episode. There's a ton of setup. Madam is having to clean up so many messes. It's wild. And I feel like we're building up to a very explosive season finale. Now it's your turn. Let me know in the comment section down below. What did you think about the episode? What are your thoughts, theories, and predictions for episodes in the future? And if you're new, again, hit that subscribe button and like the video, because you made it all the way to the end of the video. So I think that you liked it. It's your good sis, you Let It Talk TV with, and I'm going to see you in the next one.